The dripping voice soaked the floor like honey, and the ripples that echoed with each touch made me less me. Are you okay? It is the air of a hothouse that melts away the humidity of even the tips of my fingers. You softly tie the reins of tenderness to my breathing. In the pampered space, a silent hourglass stands upside down, and as each grain of time falls, the periphery of my existence slowly blurs. Whispering cares caress and invade me like waves. This is a silent prison called security, but this sweet interference is so plentiful that I do not even realize I am trapped. The whispering twill that seeps into the sunlight knits up minute temperatures and caresses my skin. The threads are soft and supple, but inescapable. The threads are soft, but become heavier each time they entwine with your fingers. The warmth is sweet, yet has a viscosity that lingers on the back of the tongue. A muffled shadow of affection blurs the outline of freedom. Gentleness is the art of non-interference, or the art of interference. The light shining from beyond illuminates the dusty flowers blooming on the windowsill. It bears the name of love but fades away in the wind. The presence given in abundance crystallizes in the palms of those who do not seek it, and melts in the bosom of those who do. The quiet bondage becomes a sweet curse and is carried away into mere warmth. At the end of the unyielding thread of caress, it calls out a name in secret. The afternoon creaks so much that you can feel your cheekbones against the gravity of the gaze that entangles you. And the words that entangle you are soft poison, sweet smothering, and silken shackles. The wind named Care blows, and its fingertips caress my outline. Gentleness sometimes becomes a dull blade, and just a comfortable bondage draws an ambiguous curve as it cuts the outer edge of freedom. The abundant attention fills me, buries me, and erases me. I don't even know if the warmth left in the palm of my hand is mine or yours anymore. In childhood, one lives in a soft cage. The temperature of my mother's eyes, my father's palm, and his voice constantly caress the contours of my body. The details of the world have already been sorted out and chewed, and the tenderness and slight bitterness that spreads on the tongue like nectar given to a mouthful. The tenderness of a hand gently caressing the wings of a bird that claims its freedom. It is like a bird that can fly but does not want to fly, does not want to fall, and does not want to get hurt. But can it really be called compassion? Eventually, people grow up and seek their own boundaries. Skin that has been touched too much does not know its own temperature. A thought that has received too many instructions does not know to what extent it is its own voice. Entangled in the afterglow of sweet interference, I shiver with the coldness of standing alone. In the corner of my heart that cries out to be left alone, I feel the contradiction of searching for someone's hand once again. Between interference and loneliness and the fluctuation between the two, the world is a wilderness without interference, but the abundantly prepared world also blurs the outline of a person like a deep fog. Does love bind or free? Without an answer to this question, one holds someone's hand again. Words wrapped in a cocoon, feigning silence, are crushed by sweet lips and dissolve in a sea of slimy interference. A voice whispers, "For you," and a candied chain holds them together. A graceful ploy to submerge the winged insect in nectar. The eyes that pour down incessantly. The care that multiplies with each touch of the fingertips. It is a wall to protect, or an invisible cage. The warmth of love tightens the fetters that have been decorated in the name of freedom. If a faint pleasure dwells in this sweet bondage, I may find it comfortable to be trapped. Each time a voice falls, the meaning melts away. A single glance, a finger trace, they surround, shake and dissolve me like a woven web. Whenever someone whispers, "You're free," I feel new boundaries being drawn. The gaze that gazes upon me is a watchful eye of love. The arm that gently pulls me close is a bondage called protection. Are his fingertips there to caress me, or is it to engrave a mark? In a greenhouse filled with sweet words, I am opened, closed, released, and bound. Each time I pretend not to notice, the arms become gentler. The moment I notice, its arms become even stronger. Is this sweet interference something I want, or is it something that is desired? But before I know the answer, another voice descends. With each touch, I let go of lucidity. Fine shadows fall on my fingertips. The interference is like waves, sweetly entwined, fluctuating like the surface of stroked water. I have no chance to look back at the contours of my own body. Love blurs the boundary, and each time it is pampered, the morphological boundary is erased.